Hello! Welcome to the Honest Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob. Welcome to Agency My Money Show. But, oh no, I haven't updated it properly. I did the other one with the thing. I'm joined by Dan. Dan Unsupervised is back, and it's so great to see him. And I've called myself Dan, and I'm Rob, and it's just all changed. Dan,
That's
how
right.
are you?
You can be Dan. I can be Owen. I'll be anything you want me to be. Just please give me money. It's effectively me every day. Yes, it's me. I'm here. Hello. I've missed you all.
Bud. Hello, bud.
Beings.
Great to see you. We are live in front of a Twitch audience. We've got Brad Clover, who had, oh my God, the most insane fucking army. I will actually say this. I will say this. I think it's the most insane army I've ever seen in my life.
Oof.
So, I don't know what you want.
I mean, that's a tall order. Like, if you think about all of the things that have been done, but I mean, I obviously just follow along with the pictures like everybody else who scrolls through Twitter and Instagram and things like that, and they're heart-stopping. He's probably responsible for a number of deaths in a time when he really shouldn't be out there trying to kill anybody.
Agreed.
But at least, I mean, I'd rather die of gorgeous model heart failure than of the Coco Vovo. So, like, he's credit to him there for bringing a beautiful way for my eyeballs to explode.
Yeah, gorgeous work and a brilliant job done by him. So he should be super chuffed, generally. So yeah, like, and if you didn't see, so he basically created a Seraphon. This was at Bobo. He was at Bobo this weekend. Obviously, I was there, not doing coverage, but doing coverage. We'll talk about that in a moment. It's a Seraphon army, but it's been rebuilt out of Necron stuff. So it's kind of like a kit bash between the two with some other stuff, with some like aggressive. Not even highlighting, like cell shading, sort of like very much like Ash McEwen's kind of Gargant army a bit. Not maybe quite as cartoonish. It was just crazy. Like, honestly, gobsmacking. I went up to the table a couple of times. I was like, I did this. I was like, I don't get that. Like if a Stone Age man saw a computer, they'd be like, I'm out.
I don't comprehend what I'm seeing.
Yes, and Brad, feel free to link your Instagram or Twitter in the chat, please, because that would be great. So that was this weekend. But we were joined by Brad. I see Joe Crow in the chat, Scarlet Sleeper, Bobbin, hello, Pedro Fantastico, MJ Pegasus, Nurgle, Matthew, Stabgrot Plus in the shout, Diadrin, Matt Readiness, Speckles, nice, Gorka Morka, MJ Pegasus, you babe. So just me and Dan today. Nathan is actually still playing his final game from Bobo. Like, he's like that.
He's there. It's been a really long one.
They've
had a lot of beers apparently.
They're in turn 3. It's the top of 3. It's not the bottom of 3, but it's the top of 3. But they've got there, so he is still playing his game, which is a lot to take in. Hi, David Adams. Big love to you. Pete Pratt, Bobbin, what up? So he's still playing. So he's not going to be here this week, but he will be next week, and we will get a battle report from him from his games at the weekend.
I think it's mostly just there's so many roles, and they're using chess clocks and whatnot, but they set the time far too high, and Nath mistakenly thought he needs to use all of the time.
My favorite bit was
he's just using it to drink.
My favorite bit was, Nath, why are all your games taking so long? And he said, "Oh, my turns are fast," and I was like, "Okay." He's like, "My opponent's turns are slow," and I'm like, "Nathan, it seems unfair for you to say that when you're the consistent theme." And he was like, no, their turns are slow because I talk to them during their turns. Like, I have long conversations during their turns. I was like, oh, okay.
This checks out. Yeah, no, now that makes look, yeah. Far out.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, I remember when we played a game, and it was bloody specky. Like, it was awesome. It was my Dispossessed versus his Gobs, and this was when the Endless Spells was still young. And God, it's exactly that. It's because you want to talk to the man. It's devastating. I'd almost wish he was less personable, so you didn't feel like you had to have these beautiful conversations. Then we'd be waxing lyrical and all that, and then go, all right, fuck it. Okay, well, he stabs him in the face. Yep. Okay, he's dead. Great. And then you realize you've got to get back to the game, and it's almost like the light dims because you were having so much fun sinking beers and screaming about
Yeah,
shit.
he's just the best. He's just the best. So he's away. So Nathan's away. James is away also. He's having a couple of weeks off, mainly to try and recollect himself. He was at Blood Tithe at the team event, and I know he's at a couple of Age of Sigmar events again soon. So that's fun, and that's nice because we've taken our time in digesting the Uruk Warclans book, which is good because apparently, like, we don't know if we're ever getting battle tomes. We don't know if we're even getting the models from the battle tomes that have been released at the moment. So there's that to talk about in a moment. Today's show, we're going to be talking.
I found a photo of where they are, and it's the Panama's blocked again. It's just another ship full of war dollies. You know how like sometimes you can charge in Warhammer and come in sideways to maximize frontage?
Yes.
That's what another boat did in the Panama, in the canal there. It came in and it wanted to maximize like a lock in, and so it just straight into the side there, rolled it to 12, and then realized it was engaged with, I don't know, gnarl root or something that stops it retreating. That's been the issue, I think, is that there's a combination of gnarl root and large dragon frontage.
I think they're never coming out. They're Schrodinger's dragons at this point. Schrodinger's war scrolls. So yeah, James is away, but me and Dan are going to take you through what I think is actually very exciting. The Bone Splitters. It's not thrilling, but it's not maybe as bad as it maybe seemed initially. I would argue, like looking at it in post, I've been desperately, but if anyone can help me out, by the way, I've been desperately trying to find the goddamn Rogue Idol War Scroll. Where does it live now? Because it's not on the website. So that's a side note, just for me and the Twitch chat. Anyway, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Before we jump into anything else, and we're talking to the news or anything, Dan, how are you? Well, what's been going on?
I'm good. I will freely admit that I'm slammed busy. I think I finally had to say that the show I'm working on, because it's been announced, even though it's absolutely probably not that exciting to most of you, but if anyone in the chat is a fan, I'm working on Virgin River, which is Netflix, like, emotional
Season 3
dramedy kind of thing. Season 4. We're on season 4 at the moment.
I can't believe it. Is the doc okay? I fucking love Virgin River, man. Yeah. Oh my god.
Well, I'm working on season 4. We're in the second half of it, and we've been confirmed for a season 5, which will be going back it will be in the next year. And I have so the big issue, right, is that Virgin River was the second most popular series Netflix had for quite a while in the world, and the top in the US, which means we have a lot of weirdly intense fans, like just really, really, really intense. And the thing is, like, on Peacemaker and on a bunch of these other things, even Space Force with like Steve Carell, you get paparazzi and you get weird, like, stalkery fan people hanging around, and that's fine. But the weird stalker fans for Virgin River are the creepiest I've seen. Like, and so I'm not saying that that's you, Rob. I'm just saying that, like,
are you telling me that I look like a Virgin River fan right now? Because I'm going to say I do.
You straight up look like an extra. Like, we could cast you tomorrow and have you sitting in Jack's bar singing very fake.
I've always wanted to go to Jack's bar. Always wanted to go.
Well, I can take you. Come visit and we'll go.
Right,
it'll be great. We'll shoot some pool. So I've been working on that, which has been long because we shooting quite a bit, but it's kind of beautiful because anyone who has watched the series, and if you have, credit to you, you love your little heartwarming Ted Lasso emo drama stuff, and I'm right there for you. We go to these beautiful locations and they're stunning. So I get to go to all these picturesque spots around the place and then stand there for 14 hours watching seals eat salmon. It's great. So that's been my life. It's been mostly dominated by work, but it is Canadian Thanksgiving. So on this day of thanks, I am mildly hungover from last night and slowly prepping my bowels for the sheer amount of bird that they will be required to digest over the next, like, 12 hours.
Oh, well, lovely. It's nice to catch up with you. Have you, during this busy period, been able to do any work? Sorry, hobby. Sorry.
No. This is work. Like, that's hobby. The thing that keeps me employed and making money. That's the hobby. That's the thing that I choose to do for lifestyle. Obviously, War Dollies is work because that's what I do to survive. And I've only gotten to scratch the surface on a little bit of War Dollies, mostly because I want to uh, I want to get the dragon stuff first because I really want to convert up some of that and put one of those in my Greywater army. I've been playing. I've got a couple of online soulbound games from the RPG, the Age of Sigmar D&D thing, and I've been playing the heck out of that, loving a good bit of that. But as far as war dollies themselves go, I just joined, and I'm so sorry to do this on the Age of Sigmar
It's
show.
okay. Do it.
I feel dirty, but I just joined like a little local 40k kind of slow grow league
What is
because
it that
I'm
excites you
going to
about
learn
40k?
40k.
The incredibly polarized meta, like the are you super into the Black Templars and being a white supremacist? Like, what is
Um,
it, Dan? What is it that?
well, you know what they say is that all the Black Templars are dentists because they're just trying to keep it all white in there. But and that's actually their catch cry when you translate it. It just says all white is all right, and that makes me uncomfortable. That's why I couldn't be a Black Templar.
It's just the
But no,
fans. It's just the fans that make me uncomfortable to be around. It's just the fans.
it's all you're already playing a game and playing Space Marines where it's like we're crusading and coming and bringing light to the darkness, and then inside of that there's a subsect of just they literally were like, hey, how do we identify the toxic people that play Space Marines, like the most toxic of the toxic? They're like, how do we do that? And they're like, let's just create an entire like subclass of
It's like
army
to catch
that'll
a it's
draw
like to
them
catch
in.
a predator, but a Space Marine Legion.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. No, so I got an idea in my head that I played around with for a little bit when like many years ago, and I haven't been able to shake it, which is I want to do a Tyranid army and convert it up, kind of like in Gears of War, how it's all like this the locust like biological, but then with like tech stuff. So like I want to do like a Mechanicus controlled Tyranid army. So Carnifex is in big pacifier helms, like controlling their thoughts, and Zoanthropes in like vats of goo attached to a whole bunch of cables and things like that. So it's like the Mechanicus is kind of controlling how they work. And which is why it needs to be slow grow, because if I'm planning on converting that heavily, it's going to take a lot of time and all my money.
Well, it sounds fun.
But I'm officially a Canadian permanent resident now.
Oh,
So Canada and North America, this is I am a northern person, like the northern hemisphere at least.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad you're there. Congratulations. We get a round of applause for Dan in there. That's fantastic. That's really, really good. I'm really happy for you. That's